there isn't too much I could do about that. Even my medicine isn't where it's supposed to be. Holy shit. Hold on. Let's say, because eventually I'll have a hospital eventually. I don't have one now, which is seriously dangerous. But I have beds on the ground outside. What's that supposed to be? It's manufactured, sorry. I always forget where shit is. Medicine, I want good medicine to be up in here. At least for now. They can store it on the floor, I don't care. But down here, they don't look like... No, they are storing it inside. Let's get rid of that. Manufactured. Let's get rid of herbal stuff. Because otherwise I'm going to lose it. That's basically what it is they'll store it outside and I will lose it. I also would prefer like furs and stuff to be inside, but we're doing with what we got. I'd also like to allocate everybody a weapon sometime soon. I keep saying that is something I'd want to do, but I can't do it until everybody's kind of like psychologically stable here, which honestly is a pretty heavy ask. But yeah, if they can get these working. What's Tadashi doing? Going for rest. Somebody is working on this at least. I've got enough components for it. That's the only good thing is I have a shit ton of components. Somehow. Alright, my hospital is kind of in shape. My only problem is I'm not quite sure about the internal shape, but we'll work it out. Pretty sure if we're going up from the corners, I either take it over by one. I'm pretty sure I take it over by one, which means I've got to take that up over by one. Like that. So, what I basically need to do here, section off the inner rooms. I'm not 100% about this yet, but we'll see what we can do. I'm kind of basing this on a previous design and also winging it. So, I don't feel like I could get a lot of rooms out of that, realistically. Although I can do like small storage on these corners, so that's not the worst bit. I can also do, well, I used to do animal beds inside, but I can't really do that these days. It would work if I don't section off this. They have like a bed on the inside. Let's see what I can do. I'm gonna go with, I have to, because I don't have enough materials, go with limestone. So basically, in hospitals, I don't generally close off internal walls. I don't generally put doors. It's kind of not a good thing to kind of do, realistically. Roof collapse. Did anybody get hurt? Steel got broken. Who is mining what where? Can I get... One of you guys must have a little bit of construction on you. You got 2 on construction. Alright, you can't work on that. Pumpkin? You've got 1 on construction. Allie, what about you guys? Allie has a bit more construction. Missing wood. Okie dokie. That's fair call. I do have a lot of wood getting put into stuff right now. I'm going to say that everything outside of this side is going to get cut. Not that my people are going to magically suddenly do it, but usually if there's something to do, they love fucking having something to do, so... I kind of want to secure this side, realistically. I'm going to have to say, don't break down that corner. Because I feel like the rest of it could collapse on them. This section, though, we'll get all the silver out of there. Alright. And the rest of this can bring in... I also want the steel to be brought in, but I realize I don't actually have a spot for it, do I? No. Sorry. Fucking... need to cough. Let's get this, allowing for... Stanley's having a tantrum. We're not allowing for that, but I mean, it is happening at the same time, so there's nothing much I can do about that. I was after raw resources, steel, and this section I also want steel, so now we've got somewhere to haul it to. So now, they should be hauling it anyway. Hey, Pumpkin and stuff are working on it. Nice. And I look like, by the look of my cluster of people coming up here, these can't be miners. These gotta be... I fucking told you. Alright, if they're gonna do that, where is my zone for the thrombos? They get all of the top section. and back section actually don't get a lot of food, honestly. They get food, just not a lot. So that's fine. I'll take the trees out of here, and we've got most of the trees on the inside. There are a few more, I see. So let me get all the way up through here. There's like a couple extra trees that have grown up in here. I just need to keep some level of wood. The problem is they made all these. The butcher tables, which is great, good on them. We do need butchering tables, not probably that many right this minute, but we need wood for the wood fire fueled stoves. To be fair, it's not a huge issue. We will kind of I'll get rid of those rats. We will get wood over time, and I do have electric benches, so it's not like it's not going to work. It's a shame I can't keep hauling animals out of there, but I need that to vent, unfortunately. Alright, let's get butchering creatures. All of these are going to have to get set up for butchering creatures, unfortunately. I can't be starting to make kibble any day soon. I just don't have that kind of time allocation. Like, my people eat kibble, but if we can prioritize putting it into meat that might last longer, like a packaged survival meal, or might make them happier, like a simple meal, I would much rather do that. By the look of it, we almost have electricity up through here too, but I think the TVs are connected. Yeah, TVs are connected, so I don't have to worry about that. And some people made some couches. So far we have some level of stuff. Like, they can't make the bookcases yet. That's a lot of pawns. Yeah, it's, oh, thank you for the follow. Love the name, Hater Hating. I gotta ask, do you prefer hater or hating? Is, yeah, just let me know. We've got 253 people. Hey, if, frame section, not bad. I'm only running core game with, 60, no, fucking hell. 6 mods. Hater. Alright. No worries. Yeah, I've only got 6 mods and no DLCs and stuff. My mods are EdB Prepare Carefully, Wild Reproduction, which is not currently working, Dropple Inventory, HugsLib, Harmony, and Deep Stack. So yeah, I don't have much in the way of mods, and as far as I've found through talking to like lots and lots of people is that it's something to do with when people generally play RimWorld, most people have about 100 to 300 odd mods, so it kind of like, I don't know, junks up the system, doesn't let it kind of run as well as it should. 1.5 definitely did help with the update. It allowed me to have like fast forward and stuff again. Before that, we didn't really get fast forward anymore. It was like same speed. But yeah, we had a limit of 243 colonists before 1.5 came out. And then after that, well, we had 254 last week and 1 person died. So it happens. I think, nah, it was an ally that died tonight. I thought somebody died, but it's alright. I get above 10 frames per second is so shitty. RimWorld to fix that shit. Yeah, I've kind of like spoken about this stuff before. A lot of the time, most people tend to play with about 10 to 30 on average. So like it's priority or preference mods over people usually for whatever scenarios and stuff are getting played out. Whereas I am doing a specific thing for what I'm doing is I am taking my colony, and I started with 21 people with Prepare Carefully. I brought in a whole heap of people from different maps and plays and stuff like that. And we are going for the off-world flag. I'm just trying to find where my original location was. It's like down here somewhere. Yeah. Alright. We started down here. That was location 1. That was Salvation. And we moved up to here. That was location 2. That was Quillen. And now we're at location 3, Dryden. And we had to move from Quillen like really, really fast when 1.5 came out because the map tile corrupted. I had no background and everything just like went nuts. So yeah, I'm basically taking an army to the off-world flag, and I'm going to see if I can get the majority, if not all, of my legacy characters from other maps to leave the world. That's the plan. I've been playing this specific colony for like nearly a year and a half IRL time, so it's been going for a while, and this is the closest I'm getting to potentially having a problem, is because we had to move from Quillen so super fast. Like, we moved from Salvation to Quillen, then had to move from Quillen to Dryden, so we didn't have time to settle and get resources before moving again, because of the glitchy tile. So the problem I've got is we're coming towards winter. Like, we're in fall, first day of fall now, and I do not have enough food to feed my colony, and I definitely don't have anything stockpiled. So that is the problem that I'm facing at the moment, and I called in all my allies. I tried getting resources. We had a ship go over that had amazing resources, but for some reason they wouldn't take my money. Even though I had silver available, it listed it not being available, so that was a thing. I also have run out of slate, which is what I'm building most of my colony in. So now I'm going to the deep drilling operation, and hopefully my people can bring up some slate out of that. I have like at least 10 people at any given time ready to do something, so we should get, if it's there, I'll get it. I've got some. Not like 500 because I deconstructed something. We had like, how many prisoners we have? We had like 25 prisoners on average for like the last month. So that was great. Lots of outbreaks, lots of jailbreaker. And because everybody moved base and then moved base again, we had massive tantrums, colony-wide tantrums. So that's basically what we've had, and we're trying to get everybody to settle the fuck down. Trying to get everybody beds, which I didn't have as many people as I do now when we were moving. So we had like 220 odd people, and now we're like 250 odd people. So I don't have enough beds allocated for the amount of people that I've got, unfortunately. So we're working on that. But again, I'm out of resources. So it's interesting. I don't know if we're going to make it through winter. I do hope so. Preferably with like no losses would be ideal. Like, we are getting a pretty good solid run of this at the moment. The rice. If I could just get somebody like Chimpanzee Mate, can you come up here? I know Shizuka's working on it, but can you work on that? Oh, you're the other chimpanzee. Actually, hold on. Not you. Let's grab Tofu. Tofu's got a better bet of... Give me Tofu. Tofu has a higher chance of getting that to succeed on the first go. And if these two don't poke their nose in here, get in the way, we'll see how this goes. But yeah, it's great fun having a shit ton of people. As long as they're mostly happy, it's not too bad. But yeah, most people who play RimWorld generally aren't facing down like a 50+ colony. That's kind of part of why RimWorld, for like the core game itself, do not kind of look at... I bet this bastard's coming in, aren't you? Yep, I knew it. Come back here. No. It's out of the way. Yeah, that's part of why like RimWorld won't necessarily like add to like the base game to make it more manageable, is most people are struggling with like 10 to 20 and would prefer to play with like a variety of mods that kind of like might sort of crumple the game a little bit, but I don't know. You get the right mix, it makes it its own unique game, makes it fun in that way. I should be getting the berries up here actually, hold on. We get all that. I should have one more trader coming in too in the next day or two. I also have like beds and shit to make down here as well. So I can sort of show what the base design is going to look like at the end. Once I've got it all built, you can kind of see I've got like the layout and stuff. So I got like beds down the bottom. I got beds and a grow room. I've got that diamond in the center is going to be a production area plus storage sort of area. Got beds off to the side. That second diamond is going to be a hospital. The next diamond that's partially built is going to be another hospital. And this area up the top is kind of, all those little squares are going to be bedrooms. And we've got like kitchen and dining and rec room all in one up the top there. So it's quite a lot. Let's see, insulting spree naked. We're also working on the nudity factor because we didn't get to build more clothes. Alright, Jung, where are you? All the way out there. Geez, Shizuka, can you help him? And he's got food on him too, but we enclosed the pen, so we have a chance of making this into... Let's turn all these off for the moment. I have a chance of getting this into winter if I can get one of the grow rooms closed. This big one, I don't think is going to happen. Right, it's sealed. It's closed, but it's not closed like roof closed with sun. This one, I think might happen, might work. I also want to turn off the lights in here so stop using power at the moment. And that heater. They must have finally installed that. But yeah, once we've got that enclosed, if we have at least one perpetual growing room, it won't be as bad. I also need to finish putting up all my fucking turrets too. I think I've got not all of them. I've got a lot of them put out. I've got it marked out. Who's starving? Are you? Yeah, you're just mentally wandering. That's fine. You'll come out of it and eat eventually. I love that they're finally making the rec room like done up. I run out of cloth or... Oh, that's right, it's marble. I don't have marble. Do I have marble on this map? Probably not. I've got limestone and slate. I'm pretty sure. Is this here? Is this... Let's see what that is. Brightly lit soil. Alright, no, that's fine. I just wanted to check, because if I had some... I'm pretty sure this is only... What do you call it? One of my mufflers are coming back. I don't do take-backsies, by the way. If something leaves my colony, it gets killed on return. There's, yeah, that's one of the few rules here is, like, I don't take back anything. Like, you manage to leave my colony, that's it. I also don't want this to be limestone, but I don't really have much of a choice with it. I will go and find... Actually, you know what's a lot faster? Is if I say this is now a stockpile for... Not all that shit. Manufactured. I want to find fucking hospital beds. It might be buildings, actually. Hold on. Furniture. That would be it. Not bedroll. Hospital beds. There we go. Alright, so no more storing hospital beds over in here. So all my hospital beds will get moved into the hospital, so they'll make it nice and quick and easy to install that. I did remove my 2 psychic emanators from there, but that's okay. I just need to check. I'm only seeing 1 here, by the way. And I'm really concerned that they destroyed the other. Like, there's one over here, but that's not the one that I'm worried about. This one has... Wait, is this one getting allocated? Oh yeah, that one's got a spot to go to, so the other one might have. This one is coming up here. Alright, hey Peachy, instead of cleaning dirt, can you work on the psychic emanator? And also, for the love of fuck, the rats shouldn't be in here. Hold on. Why are the rats inside? Are they... Of course, this. Alright, this is the only thing I don't like that they seem to change, is that if there is like a direction between somewhere and somewhere, the animals will pass through the nearest building, regardless if you're like, don't go through there. I don't like that they do that now, but I don't really get much of a choice, because I just saw the rats up in like the recreational area, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in here? Like, the cats and the panthers, they're all fine. This place is like lousy with them, but like the rats can stay outside. They're supposed to be out there breeding, so we have a food source. Unfortunately, when wild reproduction kind of stopped working, the wild animals, they now do breed on their own. They will replicate and stuff. The problem is that they don't come in with like as many or as much variety as they used to. So now I'm relying on having enough food, and that kind of happened on my last map location, which is unfortunate. Here we go. Hospital beds. They should all be excellent quality too. So what I was thinking was kind of putting it off to the side like that, but if I do it this way, it'll be in the way as well. If I put that there, I can fit a second one. It's set that they've got to walk across it. So there's no real winning there. I'll just put it on the corners. I'll get at least a hospital bed to each. It's not going to be as like friggin' mental tier as the last location. Quillen was nuts. For anybody that didn't see Quillen, that's what my last base looked like. And we didn't even get to finish building it. We got close enough. We just never got to a point where we actually like unloaded properly. Whereas Salvation was finalized before we left. We deconstructed the whole thing before we moved out. So that's where we've come from and where we are now. What was that? Gießen. 8 kibble, huh? Did 'em. But yeah, we'll get back to it. If they can survive coming into and through winter, I think they'll be fine. Because as soon as it blossoms into spring, like fucking first couple of days of spring, this whole half of the fucking base, it is just going to be peppered with growables. I'll probably even do this side too, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna absolutely rip this place with like harvestable crops. If I have so many people that can do it, I'm just gonna have problem with storage. That's all I'm gonna have the issue with at the time. Maybe also temperature stuff, because we're still trying to get enough electronics around here, like power shit. We're only really relying mostly on solar and one geothermal generator, which, by the way, my people's preferred thing to destroy is the geothermal generator. Just fun facts. Like, if they are going to destroy anything, it will be that. So I'm going to do what I've seen some people do. I'm going to borrow a smart idea from other people. And let's see if I can kick Jet out of there for just a hot second. Can I get you... Where is this bed going? Going to here. Stone, mate. Can you... Yeah, can you do that? I just need that bed out of the way. It's going to take a minute, but while we wait, let's get the zone set to... I sort of just want you to ignore the roof, but don't build a roof there. There we go. That way they don't close it, so it doesn't become like a fucking hotbox in there. But that should stop them from destroying it. Limestone's a pretty hard material. It's one of the hardest. What's wrong with my panther? Resting. Yeah, that one's not making it to a hospital bed. That's fine. It must have attacked something. Must be maybe the hare. How are we going for animals as well? Make sure everybody's trained up. I don't poke my nose in here as nearly as much as I used to. But when I do, there's so many animals that need to be brought up. By the way, they're on like a really heavy culling at the moment. Everything's down to like 5s and 10s. So we should really only have about 30 of each creature, give or take, at any given time. Which is pretty good. It should be more bearable going into winter than the 75 chicken scenario and the 75 duck double up that we had. But the only problem is that all the animals that I have, they kind of have to make it through winter too. And I don't have warm rooms for them yet. I was going to make this spot here a little heater, but I'm also trying not to trigger the ancient danger. But I kind of also want to piss off the ancient danger. Just to open it and get it out of the way, because this shit looks like it's slate, right? And we kind of need slate, and I kind of don't need that structure, in my opinion. I could also work with actually the square. I didn't actually think about it when I was going to do like the cutie mark shape thing on the map. I was going to work with this one, but if I don't get rid of this, I could probably do something small with that. I don't know what shape though. I normally make like a a heart, a star, or a moon or some shit on here so that it's like a defined shape. But I haven't done one for here yet. Go for it, Augury. It's not really a problem. Just she's going to set all of these on fire, by the way. That's okay. We also haven't scrapped the pikemen and stuff. We will. We're getting to it. Also, see what I mean? This is what happens when you expand the area. My fucking Megasofts are doing a great job out here. Also, ads are about to start for anybody that hasn't had them before. They're for like a couple of minutes. You got time to go get like a drink, a toilet, or anything like that. Because it's once an hour if you don't click away. Take her down. Save that. And ads do help me out. Just a heads up with that. It's one of those things people can do for free to just support me. This is weak, so we don't want her dead. But you go back to what you're doing. Every time I have to knock somebody out, I result in them like dropping their gear. That's the only problem with this, unfortunately. Plus they go into pain and shock and, you know, it doesn't help them. I have a bit more of my drink, hold on. By the look of it, I have got a lot of meat. Like 5 degrees indoors and it's 24 degrees outdoors. Some of my air conditioners are working. Now, are they all on minus 29? Yeah, good. These ones, they don't need to be that low. And in winter, I might switch them off and bring heaters in here. We'll see. I would like to have at least like one heater or a little fireplace or something like that. I can see where I can fit one. Hold on. I will install heaters here and probably here. And on the way then. It's not going to be a lot, but I think it's going to be just enough to kind of kick the room. I thought about putting like a storage for furs, but I don't need it. Not here. We got couches and we're getting tables. I was going to change these over to silver actually. Hold on. The marble billiards tables. Let's get rid of those. They are going to have one fancy as fuck rec room. That's what they're going to have. There you go. 2 silver. All the fucking poker tables are silver. I still have a shit ton of silver somehow. I have like 12,000 silver. I've got 4 poker tables. Gonna have 2 billiard tables. We have, I guess I don't really care what's stored in them. Whatever works. We have bookshelves now. Some. We're gonna have marble tables. Hopefully, I don't know where it's getting shot, but that's fine. Hopefully we end up with like these ones actually getting finalized, so then they have a big table. That'd be ideal. What's left? Not many blocks, but that didn't drop any marbles, so that's fine. Like, I could make them silver. I don't have to be marble. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's absolutely fucking do this. Right, let's give them, for no other reason than I just don't own the fucking resources, they are going to have silver tables. I think it's this size, I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, they were going to have marble. One of them is marble. And maybe if it breaks, we'll replace it. Generally what happens is my base starts with generally wood to marble, marble to jade, jade to gold. That's usually how the rec room ends up being fully gold with plasteel chairs and shit. Right. Ends up being super fancy. I normally have a marble flooring, but in this case we had to go off limestone because it's my primary resource in this game, fortunately. So on this map, it's all I've got. I really should do a lot of my, I should do a lot of the bedrooms in slate, limestone kind of thing, but I really don't want to. I like that being fully black along the sides. Like, I could do limestone up along the top. I'd rather not. What else have I got to do? There's been heaps of stuff. I've got some level of food. I've got like 138 pemmican stockpiled now, and we've got over 1,000 kibble, which means somebody's working on too much kibble somewhere. Not being limited enough. Alright, let's look into the kibble situation, because I've got a lot of animals, but they do not need that. Okay, that's capped. It's capped. I think only the ones on the end. Is that a boom rat? Yes. Alright. Now, the next problem I've got is I think... Like, I do want them all to have excellent beds, and they will break and reinstall them and shit, right? The problem I've got is people are not moving the beds that I've got. So, it's time to start moving some beds up here. Like, obviously it's not going to be perfect and shit, but if I want them to be sleeping in the beds, I've got to make them get it up there. I also need to make sure that they can get in between the rooms too, since they've partially built it, but I don't have doors and shit yet, so unfortunately they will wake each other up. Oh, sorry. Go. So I'll get as much as this mainline one as I can done, and then they'll get their beds back. And then I'll just start making a next set of beds, but I'll make it over here. So that way it's not as far away. So when I want them to move it, they'll hopefully just be skipping it over by like one. Why do I always go past somebody that's like in the process of slaughtering an animal? Like seriously. I never get a moment where I'm like zoomed out and they do like this like mass culling. You know, it's always when I'm like exactly zoomed in on a specific. That one is fucking wrecked. I guess the other bed also, hold on, if the other bed got moved, where did the hospital style bed go? I guess maybe they